this computer. All right, guys, it's Jenna here, the founder of Fill Your Books, and this is Devon, one of our boot camp students who has had some amazing success, and I can't wait to talk to her about it and pick her brain a little bit. So before we get started, just tell us a little bit about you, what you do for your career, how you got started, all that kind of stuff.
So my name's Devon. I live in Asheville, North Carolina, and I have been doing hair since I was 17.
Awesome.
I went to a high school that had a vocational school.
Gotcha. So you did it did it take 2 years or?
It took 2 years.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I started when I was 15. I graduated when I was 17.
Mm-hmm.
My grandparents met in beauty school in 1960, so I feel like it's always been in my blood.
Yeah, that's so cool. That's awesome.
Yeah, my mom got me my first mannequin head when I was 13 because I wouldn't stop cutting my sister's hair.
I feel like we all have a similar story as that. I was a big fan of cutting my Barbie's hair. I was too scared to go to my sister.
Yeah.
Everyone was bald.
Then I guess I started right with Aveda. Got started with them. For a long time I was a cutting specialist because color scared me.
Yeah.
And so I was with Aveda for 18 years.
Mm-hmm.
And the last 3 years I was on the pathway to be a cutting educator. I had all of the classes and everything.
Uh-huh.
Spent a fortune on my education.
Yep.
And I don't know, I just got to the age and the place in my career where I felt like I'd hit a ceiling.
Okay.
Working in commission.
Yeah. And you know what? I feel like that happens to a lot of us behind the chair. So if there is anyone out there watching this right now that might feel that way, just know you're not alone. Because I feel like at some point in our career, we all hit that, whether it's creatively, business, we all just kind of hit that funk. And then that's obviously a sign that we need to switch things up, right?
Totally. And I was like, all the boxes. I felt creatively frustrated, financially frustrated. I'm a single mom. I have 3 kids. And I was just like, I want more.
Yeah.
I'm not okay with just being okay.
Just average. Yeah, of course. You want to kick some butt, don't we all? So is that when the boot camp kind of came into your life? How did you find the boot camp? How did that work?
So I found the boot camp shortly before Thanksgiving. I actually saw an Instagram ad because I don't know if it's Facebook and Instagram are listening, right. But I've just been really trying to tap into marketing because leaving a commission salon, which is what I had done for so long,
right?
I didn't have to worry about the business end of it.
Totally.
It wasn't my concern. And so when I opened my studio, I was like, oh,
I have to do all that.
Yeah.
I know. On top of when I switched from commission to booth rent, just buying color alone was like, how do I do that? It was just so scary. So it's a huge leap. And one, congrats for taking it and still doing it. 2, I'm hoping that you're going to tell me that the boot camp really helped you fill that studio.
It really helped me. Marketing is hard, and not only marketing, but just figuring out the algorithm. Yeah. And figuring out because the first I think maybe not the first one, but the second one where we learned actually how to do an ad.
Yep.
I was like, oh my God, I've been doing them wrong the whole time. I wasn't directing anyone to a conversation. I wasn't, because I'm like, well, I want people to book, so I'm going to direct them to book,
Right.
So,
and I'm so glad. I'm so glad that that's what you said, because that's totally the idea that we were trying to get across. Yes, we can all post, but there's a science behind everything. Yeah. And if you really, really want to get good at it and you want it to be a skill, that's the skill, being able to communicate and being able to, just attract that clientele without needing to get in my books, Yeah.
And just to get them to stop and just look at the ad.
Yeah.
Just to get them to stop scrolling and to get the verbiage and the bullet points of the ad. My dad's in the car business, and so he's tried to help me with some of it because but at the same time he had so much more of a budget for marketing people and people to do those things for him.
Totally. Yeah.
So it's great because today I was looking at the previous ads I've done. My very first ad that I did only reached 377 people.
Uh-huh.
And the ad that I did with the boot camp reached almost 2,000 people.
What?
And so like, not to even, I've booked 2 clients and I've had like 5 messages.
Yeah.
And even just not even necessarily like getting the clients right now, it's like getting the hang of it and like getting the exposure, because that's what I want people to know, you know, and like the people that are clicking on the link, it's way more than I've ever had before. I have a bunch more follows on Instagram. Way more people are liking my pictures on Facebook. So
that's great. And you know what?
It takes a while for people to like know who you are and even want to book or even message you. So just the exposure is like life-changing for me.
Yeah, and just for context for people watching this, this was only a 4-week boot camp. So you really hit the ball running. As soon as we taught you guys how to set it up, you had it set up, and it was all in about just like a couple weeks, right? That you got all the messages. And like you said, isn't that awesome that you had 2,000 people who saw your business and now like they know your name and you're planting those seeds? And I mean, you can't ask for much more, I don't think. It's really awesome. That's so cool.
It's awesome. Just learning how to like do it better.
Yeah.
You know,
that's awesome. Just streamline it, more efficient. That's great. So one more question. If you had a stylist friend come up to you and be like, hey, should I invest in this boot camp? Should I trust these people? What would you tell them?
Absolutely. And like I've told, like there's 25 of us at my SOLA, and I have told every single one of them about it. Like,
thank you. I appreciate that.
I've learned so much about the marketing and advertising aspect. Like you have to take this class.
Yeah, especially if you're in a studio situation where you're, you know, by yourself, then you got to get the people in there. I think it's a great way to just get people looking at your business.
And it's totally worth it too, because there's so many classes and like master classes and masterminds that are advertised that are so expensive.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm self-employed. Like, how do you expect me to, I mean, yes, it's like, yes, I want to invest in my career, but at the same time, I also have to pay the bills, you know?
Yeah, you got to feed the kids. I get it 100%. And that's why when we created Fill Your Books and the boot camp and all that, we really just wanted to make it affordable and possible for everyone, because this came to fruition because it was exactly how I built my books out here, starting from zero. It was a completely new town that I moved across the country, didn't know anyone, and I was broke as shit, and I just needed to figure it out. And then once I did, I just felt like I had this, duty to tell as many people as I could and teach it. So I'm so glad that it's helping you and that it's really, really just working, and it's awesome. Yeah. And thank you for coming on and talking to everyone. I really appreciate it. Do you have any other closing thoughts that you want to tell the industry?
I don't think so. I mean, I think that this has been like really game changing for me, and I definitely like want to get into like the private group and explore more about like what more I can learn from.
Yes.
I've already learned so much,
Love to hear it. We'll chat about the inner circle after. Don't worry. Okay. All right. So we'll chat soon. And thank you so much for coming on today. I appreciate it.